I'm standing in a Minecraft server that has been running for just 10 real life days. 10 players including myself are on the whitelist and have been playing the server for the last 10 days. It has been running 24/7, which is 720 Minecraft days in total. Obviously, players were only active for a fraction of this time. Everyone has progressed at their own pace. Some are playing solo, and some formed teams and are working together. In this video, I will be touring the world, traveling to people's bases and seeing what everyone's managed to get done. However, before the tour, I'm going to go over my progression from my perspective. I'll go over the first few days pretty quickly, because it was all pretty normal and boring stuff, and definitely not because I wasn't recording. The first day was spent traveling away from spawn to various places where Overon and I, who decided to team up, found and inhabited a village. I don't really know what everyone else was doing, but I imagine it was similar. I found him. I found my pet dog. He's been here the whole time. I also found and tamed a dog along the way, which has been sitting here ever since, so yeah. Me and Ovo made this village our temporary home, where over the next couple of days we built a nether portal, farms and a basic village trading hall. We got villager trades for diamond gear, which was really helpful and saved us a lot of time mining. On about day 3, we decided we should move from the village and make a proper base in a more secretive location. We decided to leave the village base intact for anyone to use as like a starter base. Sometime that same day, I was caving and found an ancient city pretty close to the village. When I emerged from the depths, I found myself looking at a huge mountain and knew right away that's where I wanted to live. On day 4, we packed up our stuff and officially left the village, taking 2 unlucky villagers with us. To keep the base secret, we created a dummy base at the top and began mining into the mountain, where we would make the real base.
Is it possible that I will come across a cave?
It is possible. Quite likely actually, so just have your wits about you.
How much do I trust myself is now a question. I'm at 113. If I drop straight into the ancient city, I'm pretty cooked, am I?
Minus 20.
Oh.
Days 5 and 6 were spent building our new base, which you'll soon see in the tour. And by now our team of 2 had grown to 4. On day 7 the end was open, so we prepared to fight the dragon. This way. Oh, it's right here, it's right here. Oh, yeah, it's right here, it's right here. Oh, there's a library. Bro, there's an armor trim, but there's no, like, enchanted books in this one. Oh, this is iron. I hear mobs, I see a chest. Nothing right here. It was only until day 8, however, when we actually did, freeing the end and unlocking shulker boxes and the elytra.
No. Let's go.
Yep. Oh, that was close. Be able to get fire rockets and everything. There will be an ender chest.
Is this an actual advancement?
Thank you. Oh, so many diamonds. And we also went netherite mining, getting everyone but me netherite gear.
I think it's expand out like 8 blocks or something, but let me check.
Day 9 was a pretty big day. It started off with a villager infestation.
How did this happen?
We made a sugarcane farm and gunpowder farm for unlimited rockets. We also defeated the Wither and made a beacon. And a gold farm was also built which was a great source of XP. And finally, on day 10, well, nothing much happened. I nearly died in lava. Oh. I might be a bit cooked. Also, it was at the end of day 10 when I finally got my set of netherite, meaning now our entire team of 4 had full netherite armor. And finally, to wrap up day 10, I went diamond mining and got a ton of diamonds. 3.5 stacks exactly. Alright, time to begin the tour. As you can see, I'm standing at spawn. This is, the dragon egg is on 0-0. That's from when we killed the end dragon, we just put it at spawn. Anyways, you can see there's like a few creeper holes around that spawn. When it started, it was nighttime and a lot of people died. I think this is a little hideout someone built. Yeah, there's a little hideout. I'm pretty sure there's another one over here too. Over here, there's a dirt pillar someone built. Let's go over this way. You can see a player has built a bridge over in this direction, and I'm pretty sure there's a player base at this village. You can see some structures and a bunch of bridges, which maybe was to transport villagers, I'm not sure. There's a structure here. I think this is or was a villager breeder. Very nice, like, aesthetic builds. They've like modified some houses, I think is really cool. Yeah, they've inhabited this village, planted crops, planted and grown trees, sugarcane, and actually made some farms like the villager breeder. And I believe over here, they've made an iron golem farm. They've got some cows here. Honestly, a pretty solid base. And that's pretty much as far as players have gone in this direction. Most players traveled west and north. You can see a player base over here. It's not being lived in at the moment. This is the village that me and Overn found to start with. And as you can see, we made some farms, sheep shearer, sugarcane farm. We didn't actually make an iron farm here. We did make a tripwire hook duper, which has been moved since. And of course, we made a villager pit, and the villagers are all escaping. Someone must have forgotten to close that. Anyways, we don't actually live here anymore, so I don't really care that the villagers got let loose. And this is also where we built our first nether portal. I'll be going through the nether a bit later in the tour though. From here, over this ridge, you can see here is our gunpowder farm. Me and Overn built this to get all of our rockets, along with the sugarcane farm in our main base. Here is a player base. Pretty sure AB789 built this one. He no longer lives here. Let's go to AB789's current base. He's not online. I believe there's a jungle over here. Yep. This big cave here is where I found most of my diamonds on my mining expedition on day 10. There's a pillager outpost up here somewhere, yep, over there. And there's another village, but just before that village is AB789's new base and the stronghold. He didn't know this, but just before he relocated here, me, Overn, and Oshirea actually navigated to the stronghold. We found the portal room, killed the ender dragon and everything, but he's actually like right on top of it. If I go down here, you can see we fell through part of the stronghold. So yeah, he actually built his base over the stronghold without realizing, which is a bit funny. By the way, there's a vanilla tweaks mod in the server with mob heads, so you'll be seeing a couple of those around the place. Anyways, let's go back to around spawn and I'll show you the north part of the world and what players have done over there. Just before I get over there, there's actually a little structure I spotted down here with some turtles. I believe this is where Overn got the turtle eggs for the gold farm, which I'll be showing you later, so that's cool. Spawn is over there. I believe my pet dog, which I abandoned on day 1, is sitting down, yep, right here. Show you Oshirea's base, which looks pretty good actually. It's like, kind of like a hobbit hole sort of thing. Here's his portal, fly on down, and there's a little hobbit hole here with his dogs. Obviously, just the front has been completed, so that's that. It looks pretty good though. I can't wait to see what the interior is going to look like. Now moving on to probably the last base I'll show. That's me and Overn's base with the beacon. There's an entry down there, but there's also an entry from the highest peak of the mountain, which I think is pretty cool. you can jump down. This is the dummy base I was talking about earlier in the video. This little thing with some chests and a little wheat farm. You wouldn't be expecting anything, but I actually made a secret entrance right here in this corner. Like so. This is our base, originally over and fell down and almost died in this cave. Built a big platform of glass connecting each side, though we ran out of space, so we ended up digging into the mountain quite a fair way to make things like farms and stuff. Starting over here, we've got like a tree plantation. We have another wall farm over here and some brewing stands, and we have a crafting table wall I decided to make. Anvils, you know, just the regular base sort of stuff. We have enchanting room. We've got a furnace wall and a map wall. This is a work in progress. I haven't touched this. This is someone else is doing. And we have a fully AFK, I should say, tripwire hook farm. Hoppers will pick up tripwire hooks. This is our villager trading hall. It's actually 2 levels thanks to Oshire, who's actually adding some more as we speak. We've got cartographers. This is where we got all of our trial explorer maps. Of course, we have all of the useful enchants. These are all tripwire hook villages. This is where we get the majority of our emeralds. And of course, in here we have our friend the zombie. And where did we get all our villages? Well, we got them here. We got them from this very simple, easy to build villager breeding system. And it's just been running almost 24/7 for the last 10 real life days, meaning we've gotten a lot of villages. You can see there's you and there, many villages in the halls. We actually have 8 villages in this iron golem farm, which works pretty well. I emptied these chests recently because they filled up, but this is our overflow villager storage. Probably about 70 villages in here. I have no clue what we're going to do with them, but they're just here, so there's that. Now let's move on to the east side of the base. We have the slime farm. I've only ran this once and it's gotten us more than enough slime than we'll ever need. We have a chicken farm that we built pretty early on as a good source of cooked chicken and everything, as a good source of food, and these feathers can actually be traded for emeralds too. We should probably increase the storage system because that's full at the moment. And then we also have a really long automatic sugarcane farm, which again gets us a bunch of sugarcane that we can turn into rockets. And that's about it for our base. There's one last thing, apart from the beacon, that I'll show you. Wavian, who's another member of our team, built this really cool glass tunnel into the mountain, and at the end of it there's actually a spawner. You can see there's a spawner, skeleton spawner actually, which is great because that means infinite bone meal and arrows, so you can just sit here swinging your sword. Finally, with our base we have the exit. So we have a bubble column followed by a 2x2 piston door that I built. Like so. Here's the nether. We haven't done too much with the nether apart from making a room for our portal. As you can see, we built this little highway for transporting villages. So the fortress is below us down there, and the gold pigment XP farm is up here on the top of the nether roof. Here's the gold farm. It's a modified farm from a design by Voltrox, which I'll have a link to in the description. We modified it by adding these cobblestone walls to prevent the pigment from being able to jump up and attack you, and I also modified it by adding quite a big sorting system for all the rotten flesh and gold and pigment heads. And I also have a auto dispense system which just chucks everything we don't want down there where it despawns. The reason I decided to make it so it throws the items out and they despawn is because a few times we've had players accidentally drop their swords, and if it dispenses into lava then that's a problem. And of course we have an enchanting setup. That'll conclude it for this video. I hope you liked it. This is actually my second channel. My main channel is Some Time Ago, link in the description, where I upload Hypixel related videos and Minecraft server related videos, mostly Hypixel Skyblock. This is a second channel I wanted to make where I upload just vanilla Minecraft content. If you're a new viewer, welcome to this channel, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.